or tuning in the sun. This is TFM. Get ready to rock. From AM to PM. Come on. Let's talk.
TFM 95.4.
Let's talk.
Live on TFM and the TFM Facebook page. This is the live feed of TTV. Let's talk.
Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. Effects of COVID-19 found to be worse in patients with diabetes and blood pressure. New technology introduced to treat various types of cancers in the Sultanate. Traffic accidents in Oman down by more than 65% over 5 years. More flights planned as Muscat Airport expands operations. US FDA backs BioNTech Pfizer COVID vaccine data. Countrywide shutdown passes off peacefully in India. China and Nepal announced revised Everest height. France to face Ukraine in 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Breaking and skateboarding among 4 sports officially added to 2024 Paris Olympic Games. These are the top headlines for the day. Let's see how the weather looks like in the Sultanate in our weather update.
I'm Mantra Bose with your daily dose of weather, and we are outside the TFM studio in Alquare. Did you know that there are more historic artifacts in the world's oceans than in all the world's museums put together? Around 1,000 shipwrecks lie off Florida Keys alone, some of which are included in the Florida Keys Marine Sanctuary. There are also other underwater sanctuaries and museums that have been created in recent years. That was our fact for today. Now we'll step inside the studio and we'll talk a little bit more about weather. According to Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authority, visibility will be poor because of fog and also because of dust. Skies will be clear to partly cloudy along the Oman Sea coast, the Al Hajar Mountains and adjoining areas. The rest of the Sultanate will see clear skies with the possibility of late night to early morning low-level clouds or fog patches over the governorates of Dakhlia, Dahira and Buremi. There is also a possibility of dust in the deserts and open areas of Dahira, Busta and Dhofar. With that, let's take a look at what the weather will be like throughout the Sultanate. Muscat will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 26 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. Musandam will also be partially cloudy with temperatures between 22 and 18 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 26 and 17 degrees Celsius, while South Al-Batana will be sunny with temperatures between 24 and 17 degrees Celsius. Al-Buremi will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 24 and 14 degrees Celsius. Al-Dahira will be sunny with temperatures between 24 and 14 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhla will be sunny with temperatures between 25 and 15 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiya will be sunny with temperatures between 27 and 19 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Sharqiya will also be sunny with temperatures between 27 and 19 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be partially cloudy with temperatures between 27 and 17 degrees Celsius, and Dhofar will be sunny with temperatures between 21 and 14 degrees Celsius.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now let's get straight into COVID-19 updates for the day. The Ministry of Health officials has announced the registration of 7 new death cases in the Sultanate due to coronavirus. This has taken the total death toll in the country to 1,461. The Ministry of Health officials has also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 164 new coronavirus cases. The total cases in the country have now touched 125,490, including 117,034 recoveries and 1,461 deaths. The Ministry of Health officials in the past 24 hours has also announced the registration of 314 recoveries. The ministry urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. Now from a local desk. About 60% of COVID-19 patients in the Sultanate with diabetes or blood pressure do not survive its effect, a study group by a group of doctors in Oman has shown. The study, which was conducted by 13 medical professionals and 3 research students, discovered that 61% of COVID patients admitted to intensive care who also had diabetes, and 59% of those with blood pressure died from the disease. This indicates to us that diabetes and blood pressure are some of the most important factors causing severe COVID-19 infection and death, said Dr. Fahad Al-Kindi, who's a senior consultant doctor in cardiovascular diseases at Sultan Qaboos University Hospital and one of the doctors involved in the research. He continued saying that the death rate of COVID-19 patients in intensive care in some countries has gone up to 40%, but by the grace of God, the death rate here is only 14%, and we intend to bring this number down to as low a figure as we can by all means available to us. Now, the study involved the examination of COVID patients admitted to intensive care units in 3 hospitals in Muscat, including Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, Al Nahda Hospital, and the Royal Hospital. The study was done in 2 phases, the first running from March to May and the second from June to August. In the second stage of our scientific research, we decided to expand the number of patients involved in the study, said Al-Kindi. He also said that we were also able to discern the average ages of patients who died from the disease, which was different from the ages of those who recovered from the coronavirus. The average age of COVID patients who died from the disease is 60, while the age of those who recovered is about 48 years. Now, following this study, the team of researchers plan on studying the effects of COVID-19 on those who have recovered from the disease and look at any problems they know face that are linked to the symptoms they presented when they were first admitted to the ICUs. The National Oncology Department at the Royal Hospital launched the first advanced technology in the Sultanate to treat cancers that have spread to the lung, liver, and spine as determined by the supervising medical staff. The delivery of the new technology, called stereotactic body radiation therapy, known as SBRT, aims at promoting patient response to treatment and minimizing patients' pains experienced in advanced stage of tumors, in addition to improving the quality of patients' life and their engagement in basic daily activities. The procedure, said Dr. Thuria Al-Hajri, head of radiotherapy at NOC, is enhancing the effectiveness of conventional treatment. It pinpoints the exact location of a tumor so that the radiation can be more precisely delivered to cancer cells in a way that minimizes damage to healthy tissues. Al-Hajri emphasized that the department is acquiring the state-of-the-art equipment and devices while keeping pace with the latest advanced technologies in the radiotherapy domain. Iqbal Al-Amri, who's the head of the physiatrists at the department, pointed out that the center's physical medicine team performed tests and measurements of the radiation doses used to treat patients. Since the procedure requires very intense doses of radiation, it was necessary to ensure safety and quality of the used devices, in addition to the accuracy of the therapeutic planning used before starting the treatment of any patient as per international radiotherapy standards. It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates from our local desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now continuing with the stories from the local desk. The Sultanat's traffic system has seen significant improving during the past 5 years in terms of traffic safety indicators, despite the increase in the roads network and the rise in the number of vehicles, official data shows. The National Center for Statistics and Information traffic data have revealed that the number of traffic accidents has declined during the past 5 years by 66.2% to reach 2,120 from 6,279 in 2015. The data also indicate that the traffic accidents time rate was down from 1 accident every 2 hours in 2015 and 2016 to 1 accident per 4 hours in 2019. Muscat recorded 27.7% of the total accidents in 2019, followed by the Governorate of Ad-Dakhliya with 14.7%, Al-Batina with 13.3%, Dhofar with 11.4%, North Batina with 10.7%, North Sharqiya with 6.1%, and lastly, South Sharqiya with 5.4%. The Governorate of Al-Dahira accounted for 4.2%, Al-Wusta 3.9%, Al-Buraimi 2.1%, and Musandam 0.5%. The largest number of accidents was in the category of vehicle collisions, reaching 42.6% of the total at 903 accidents. This was followed by crashing with a fixed object, which reached 419 accidents, making up to 19.8%, and run-over accidents, which reached 416 accidents, which is about 19.6%. The percentage of night accidents was 53% of the total traffic accidents, while fast driving cost 51.8%, which is about 1,098 of the traffic accidents. The other reasons for accidents were divided between misbehavior of drivers that caused 331 accidents, negligence, which caused 319 accidents, and failure to leave a safe distance, which caused 151 accidents. As many as 79 accidents were because of overtaking, 57 due to vehicle defects, and 85 due to other reasons. As for traffic accident victims, the NCSI statistical data shows that there was a decrease in deaths by accidents in 2019, with only 511 cases, down by 24.3% compared to 2015. Now, passengers traveling from Oman will have more traveling options as Muscat International Airport continues to expand operations. Speaking to Times of Oman, a senior official from the Civil Aviation Authority said, "We have reached a set of agreements with a number of countries regarding increasing the number of flights while enhancing control over compliance, maintaining health and safety protocols on board aircraft and at airports in the Sultanate. This is based on the decisions issued by the Supreme Committee for dealing with COVID-19, depending on the framework, levels of air transport, and indicators monitored by the CAA to regulate the number of flights between the Sultanate and the various countries of the world towards the gradual and safe return of air traffic in the Sultanate in light of COVID-19 pandemic," the official said. Regarding flights to India, he said that it has been agreed between the Civil Aviation Authority and the Civil Aviation Authority of the Republic of India on the possibility of transporting 12,000 passengers per week between the airports of the two countries, which will be evenly distributed with 6,000 seats on each side. This represents a growth of 20%. It also has been agreed with authorities in Pakistan to operate flights according to the level of demand within the framework of the air transport agreement concluded between the two countries, and work is underway for a similar agreement with the relevant authorities in Bangladesh. He continued saying that with regard to the countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council, which is known as GCC, work is underway to increase the number of flights between Oman and other GCC countries according to demand and other health measures taken. Now, coordination is also underway with Egypt to raise the number to 6 weekly flights distributed equally. Towards the end, he said that as for destinations in Europe, it has been agreed to operate 3 weekly flights between Muscat and Amsterdam and to add a weekly flight between Muscat and Zurich during this month and thereafter increase this to 2 weekly flights from January 2021 and to continue assessing the volume of demand for travel to other destinations in Europe. Now, we all know and we agree upon the fact that Oman possesses a natural beauty and is a haven to a lot of activities and natural beauty in the country. Now, did you also know that the country is home to many species of turtles, which includes the green turtle, loggerhead turtle, olive ridley turtle, hawksbill turtle, and the leatherback turtle being the prominent ones. Of these, the green turtle has one of the biggest nesting sites in the Ras Al Had Sanctuary, one of the largest nesting sites in the Indian Ocean. The Masira Island on the other side is an important nesting site for the loggerhead turtle. The nesting season begins in April and continues till August, the time when around thousands of sea turtles land in the Ras Al Had Sanctuary to lay eggs. Recently, more than 100,000 turtles were returned to the sea as part of the campaign to bring back young green turtles in the Ras Al Jins and Ras Al Had Turtle Reserve. The campaign, which is held annually during the hatching period, extends from September till December, is being implemented by the Ras Al Jins Turtle Reserve in cooperation with the Environment Authority and local residents. This is done to protect the marine environment, preserve its natural resources, protect young turtles, and return them to the sea. Ras Al Jins Turtle Reserve is popular among tourists, and a large number of turtles nest on the beach of the reserve. The green turtles come from the coast of the Sultanate and neighboring countries, such as the coast of the Arabian Gulf and the Red Sea, in addition to the closest shores of Somalia. It's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV, you're watching Midday Update. And now from our international desk. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which is known as FDA, confirmed that the BioNTech Pfizer vaccine is strongly protective against COVID-19 in documents released on Tuesday. It said preliminary data showed that the German-developed vaccine protects against severe disease from COVID-19, but that limited data prevents overall conclusions. It found that the vaccine was about 94% effective in phase 3 trials, participants aged 55 and older. In its trials, Pfizer claimed a 95% effective rate at preventing mild to severe COVID-19. The FDA said there were no specific safety concerns that would prevent the mRNA vaccine being approved. However, it said there was currently not enough data to draw conclusions about its safety in pregnant women, children under 16, or people with compromised immune systems. It said 6 people died during the trials, 4 of whom received a placebo rather than the vaccine. About 38,000 people were involved in their trials. The FDA documents concluded the vaccine would benefit both uninfected people and people who have been previously infected and could be reinfected. On Thursday, the FDA will convene a live-streamed panel of independent scientists to look over the FDA's initial review and then issue a recommendation on whether to approve the vaccine. The FDA usually follows the committee's advice and will issue a decision in the days afterwards. If approved, the US is expecting the delivery of 100 million doses, enough for 50 million people, in the coming months. However, news broke on Tuesday that the Trump administration failed to lock in an additional 100 million doses for delivery in the second quarter of 2021, potentially delaying its rollout. The UK on Tuesday, however, began issuing the first non-trial vaccinations using the BioNTech Pfizer vaccine after granting emergency authorization to use it. Now, coming from India, the countrywide shutdown called by farmers in the country passed off peacefully yesterday, with some disruptions reported in road and rail traffic from some parts of the country. The shutdown was called by the farmers amid their continued protests against the three new farm laws recently enacted by the government. Protests were reported from across the country, though the normal life largely remained unaffected. The farmers called the countrywide shutdown after 5 rounds of talks held over the past 2 weeks, with the federal ministers remaining inconclusive. The next round of talks is scheduled for Wednesday. Tuesday was the 13th consecutive day of the farmers' stir. Thousands of farmers have been campaigning at several interstate borders around the national capital after they were stopped by the local police from entering into Delhi to carry out their protests. Now, China and Nepal together has announced a revised height for Mount Everest on Tuesday after separately spending months measuring the world's tallest peak. The new height is 8,848.86 meters, which is about 29,032 feet, up by just 1 meter from Nepal's previous measurement and about 4 meters from China's. Nepal had sent a team of surveyors to the top of the peak in May 2019, while China sent a team earlier this year. It was the first time Nepal had independently carried out such measurements amid speculation over a possible change in height due to global warming and a 2015 earthquake. Nepal previously recognized 8,848 meters as Mount Everest's official snow height, which was the finding of a survey conducted by the Survey of India in the early 1950s. Since then, however, several teams have taken measurements offering different results in each case. The new official altitude value could also be accurate, not just because of improved methods of measurement, but also because of shift in tectonic plates after the 2015 earthquake. Christian from the Bavarian Academy of Sciences and Humanities told news agency DPA, adding that the melting of snow due to climate change could have also affected the height. Now, to determine the height, teams from both China and Nepal climbed the mountain and measured it with angle encoders and devices that receives GPS signals. Mount Everest is one of the most popular peaks and is visited by mountaineers from all over the world. With this news, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching a midday update. And now from a sports desk. Reigning world champions France will face Ukraine in the 2022 FIFA World Cup European qualifiers as the draw for the 55 teams in Europe was made in Zurich recently. The 2018 World Cup winners will play Ukraine, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Finland and Kazakhstan in Group D, while fellow 2018 finalists Croatia will face Slovakia, Russia, Slovenia, Cyprus and Malta in Group H. England's opponent in Group I are Poland, Hungary, Albania, Andorra and San Marino. All teams in the 10 groups will play in a home and away format between March 2021 and November 2021, with the 10 group winners qualifying for the finals in Qatar in 2022. The 10 group runner-up will enter a playoff together with the 2 best group winners from the 2020-2021 UEFA Nations League that have neither qualified as World Cup qualifying group winners nor entered the playoffs as runners-up. The last 3 tickets for European teams will be determined in March 2022, with the 12 teams drawn into 3 playoff paths. The Qatar World Cup will be staged from November 21st to December 18, 2022. Now, the International Olympic Committee team, which is known as IOC, has decided the event program and the athlete quotas for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games as breaking, skateboarding, sport climbing, and surfing were confirmed as additional sports proposed by the Paris 2024 Organizing Committee. Skateboarding, sport climbing, and surfing have already been included in next year's Tokyo Olympic Games, while breaking, having proved a great success at the Youth Olympic Games Buenos Aires 2018, will make its senior Olympic Games debut. Paris 2024 has assigned an iconic square at the heart of Paris, which links the Champs-Élysées to the Tuileries Gardens, to host the urban sports including skateboarding, sport climbing, and breaking, while the surfing competitions will be held in Tahiti, French Polynesia, and Southern Pacific Ocean. As a consequence of the exceptional situation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the IOC and Paris 2024 have committed to reducing the cost and complexity of the Olympic Games. The athlete quota, in fact, set for Paris 2024 is 10,500, including new sports, which is 592 fewer than that of Tokyo 2020, which marks at 11,092. And the overall number of events were also reduced from 339 to 329. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again tomorrow at 2 p.m. with more updates and latest news your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.